Hello, it's great to have you back for more Explore Tulsa.
You know, for me, learning to scuba dive is more of a necessity than just for fun.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear this one. Why do you feel that you have to learn how to scuba dive, Stevie?
Because I can't tread water and my body just doesn't want to float.
Everybody can float.
Not me. Tiny lungs and not enough buoyancy to keep these muscles afloat.
Well, you're in luck because our next stop introduces us to Chadwick Bailey, whose love for the sport makes him an excellent scuba instructor at Scuba Savvy.
Even on a choppy or rough day, you jump off of the boat into even 3 to 4 foot seas and it's extremely crazy on the surface. And as soon as you drop down even, 3 to 4 feet, it just goes completely quiet and calm. The only thing you hear is your exhaled bubbles. So that's my favorite part about it, because it doesn't matter whether you're doing wreck diving or reef diving, that part stays consistent. Just as soon as you descend down, it just goes completely quiet and calm. I got into scuba diving because of a fortunate series of events. After I graduated high school, family took a trip to Hawaii. We went snorkeling, absolutely loved it, but we saw the divers down below us and said, that's where we want to be. But before we went back the next year, we got certified. I actually got certified in a shop over in Northwest Arkansas. And after that, it pretty much changed the course of what I was going to do for the rest of my life. I finished college after that and just kind of kept pursuing diving. Scuba diving has had such a strong effect on me personally. I really like the idea of coming back to my home area and getting the word out to people that you can learn to dive here. A barrier of entry to the sport is that a lot of times people, they're going on vacation to tropical places, but they don't want to take the time during their vacation to sit in class and go through, do quizzes and exams and all of that, so they don't end up doing it while they're on vacation. That gives us the ability to teach people here before they're going to go on a trip. Then when they go on their trip, they're able to show their certification card, they get on a boat, they go out, they go diving. Those are, the most common questions you get are, aren't you afraid of sharks? And I don't know, I'm a little claustrophobic. I don't know that it would be for me. There's plenty of information out there, talking about how sharks aren't necessarily dangerous to people. And then when it goes to the claustrophobic thing, I tell people that unless they've been clinically diagnosed, scuba diving, again, as I was saying earlier, is actually very freeing. When you get down there, you can now move in infinite directions, albeit more slowly. You're not as restricted as one might feel that they are. The first class that a person takes if they're looking to get certified to dive is what we call an open water certification. The open water certification consists of 3 basic parts. The classroom portion, they do some reading ahead of time, answer some quiz type questions, all done online generally. Then when they come to class, we go over the finer points, make sure that the information is understood. We give a final exam, and that's the classroom portion. Then we take you to the pool, and that's really where we're going to teach you to scuba dive. We start off in the shallow end. It's very progressive, so we build on a set of skills where in water that you can stand up in. As you get comfortable, we move into the deep end. Once we're comfortable in the pool in the deep end, then we go out into an open body of water, and we're going to go down to 30, somewhere around 30 feet, and we're going to take all the skills that we learned in the pool and we're just going to apply them in the open water. It starts with their snorkeling system, their personal snorkeling system, which is going to consist of mask, snorkel, fins, and depending on the type of fin, whether they would have boots or not. Then you've got what we call a BCD, or a buoyancy compensation device, as well as your regulators. That's the whole apparatus that's going to attach to the tank where the compressed air is and deliver that air to you and allow you to control your buoyancy within the water. There's nothing quite like the first time you take a breath underwater. I mean, we see it in the pool all the time. But you never get to have that first experience again. But as instructors, we get to see that first experience firsthand every time we take people into the pool to teach them to dive. And it's the next best thing to having that experience all over again for yourself.